This is video 3 for kinesiology. Okay, we'll start with the bony landmarks. First we start with the lateral epicondyle, which is on the outside. The epicondyle is here, so lateral is here. And then you have your medial epicondyle on the inside here. Okay, at the bottom of your humerus. Then we would have the olecranon process. Yeah. It's the bony point of your elbow here. And then you have your radius, which is on your thumb side here. And then you have your ulna, which is on your pinky side here. Okay, then we go to the radial tuberosity and the ulnar tuberosity, which is kind of deep down in the middle here, up towards the top. The radial tuberosity is towards your thumb, and your ulnar tuberosity is towards your pinky. Then you would have, moving on upwards, we would move up to the MCP joint, which is your knuckles, your PCP joint, which is the middle knuckles here, and your proximal. And then you have your distal, your DCP joints at the very end of your fingers here. Okay, going on to the muscles, we have the bicep, and we have originates. We have a long head and a short head, and the long head is kind of deeper in. It's the supraglenoid tubercle of up here. And your short head originates on the coracoid process up here, this little bony kind of area, and it inserts all the way down into your radial tuberosity, and it's responsible for elbow flexion and forearm supination. Then we go to the tricep, which is back here. We have originates 3 different heads here. We've got our long head, which is the infraglenoid tubercle. With our lateral head, it's originates inferior to the greater tubercle. The long head is kind of inserts just a little bit below that. The lateral is kind of the same area. The medial head originates on the posterior surface of the humerus, and they all insert at the olecranon. There's that word again. The olecranon process of the ulna. It is responsible for elbow extension. Then we move on to the extensor. Okay, hold on. Extensor carpi radialis brevis, and it originates on the lateral epicondyle of the humerus, and it kind of posteriorly inserts at the base of your third. So 1, 2, 3. Third metacarpal. And it's responsible for wrist extension this way. Then your extensor carpi radialis longus, it originates at the kind of lower lateral epicondyle, the epicondylar ridge. It then comes around and inserts at the base of the second metacarpal, which is your index finger. It is also responsible for wrist extension and radial deviation towards your thumb. Then we move on to the extensor carpi ulnaris, and it originates at the lateral epicondyle as well, and inserts at the base of the fifth metacarpal, your pinky. It's responsible for wrist extension and your ulnar deviation. Ulnar deviation towards your pinky. Then we move on to the flexor carpi ulnaris, and it originates at the medial epicondyle, and it originates at the base up here, the base of your fifth metacarpal, or the pisiform, and it is responsible for wrist flexion and ulnar deviation towards your pinky. Moving on, we would have the flexor carpi radialis, and it originates at the medial epicondyle, and it inserts at the base of the second and third metacarpals, which is your middle and index fingers. It is responsible for wrist flexion as well, and radial deviation, which is towards your thumb. And we have the thenar eminence, which is on your thumb side. Then you have your hypothenar eminence on your pinky side. Then we do have, I think, just three more. The extensor digitorum communis. It originates at the lateral epicondyle and inserts at the base of the DIP joint, which is up here, your distal, on your fingers, the second through fifth metacarpals, and is responsible for extending all three joints of your hand, the MCP, the PIP, and the DIP. Then you have the flexor digitorum superficialis. It originates at the medial epicondyle and then inserts at the PIP joint of the second through fifth, well, your fingers, and is responsible for flexing the PIP and the MCP joint. The last one is the flexor digitorum profundus. It originates on the upper 3/4 of the ulna, which is on your thumb side here, and inserts at your DIP, again, your distal joint here, and it is responsible for flexing all three of the joints, the MCP, PIP, and the DIP. All right, I hope you enjoyed most of my Harry Potter pronunciations. I felt like I was casting spells, and thank you very much.